What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are reviewing. I almost said Better Call Saul. No, not that show. No. I'm just kidding. So today we are going to review Furious 7. Furious 7, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, Furious 7 is actually one of my favorite Fast and the Furious movies. And in my opinion, based on what I've seen with Furious 7, in my opinion, it has the best action in the series. That's just my opinion. Like, first of all, this movie is directed by James Wan, okay? A well-established horror director who gave us such films such as the Aquaman movies. Yep, starring Amber Turd. But that's a whole other topic in of itself, but I'm not going to get into it now. So yeah, he directed the Aquaman movies and the upcoming Aquaman 2. Then he directed a not so family friendly horror movie. I can't say the actual name. All you fans out there, man, because I definitely didn't saw it. No, it's funny. Anyways, he also directed the first two Insidious movies and The Conjuring. So, by the time Furious 7, he went to direct Furious 7, already he has a lot of impressive films under his belt. And bro, for him to be in the action genre for the first time, my god, was the action like so epic, especially in that last fight. To me, the two best action scenes from Furious 7 was the opening action scene and the climax, and the ending, and the final action scene. Like my god, man. Like, James Wan definitely gave the franchise the best action. And you know what I 100% bet on? Is I bet Furious 7 was originally going to end this series, probably. I 100% bet that. Like, I bet they shot this as if it were, like, the final one. But, unfortunately, Universal just cannot let this franchise die. Wait. Now, the biggest problem a lot of people had before watching this movie was the death of Paul Walker and how it was going to... Because we don't know this, he actually shot, like, a good portion of this movie. He apparently shot, like, 50% of his scenes. And during the middle of his scenes, he obviously passed away due to a car crash. It was unfortunate. It was very unfortunate, but and the rest of his shots had to be finished with CGI and bring in his other brothers, bring in his body doubles in. But now this is like a big controversy surrounding Hollywood of should we CGI or deep fake like dead celebrities. Listen, I would say yes or no. Because, listen, no, because it might be disrespectful to those actors or actresses. But I would say yes because at the same time, however, you gotta get the family's permission beforehand, I feel like. That's what you should always do. But yeah, so... do I think Hollywood should continue to do so? Yes and no. Like, there's pros and cons to this. Alright? But yeah. Yeah, so back to this. I'm gonna die say to you, man. if I had to rank all Fast and the Furious movies of which ones had the best action, I would have to say Furious 7 in my opinion. Like, honestly, Fast 5 and Furious 7 have the two best action in the franchise. And listen, it was hard for me to compare, but I do love how they show a scene, or like a scene of Tokyo Drift, of how it somehow connects to that movie. And apparently, Tokyo Drift takes place in between Fast and the Furious 6 and 7. That makes no sense. Because how comes all the technology in that movie was like 2006 level technology? Like, did that much time pass? Or something? Like maybe it would make sense. Actually, it wouldn't. Like, essentially it's saying it takes place in like 2015. I'm like, we definitely don't have flip phones in 2015, especially now, because flip phones are considered a pretty outdated form of technology. Like, it's a very complicated timeline because it just makes no sense. But yeah, besides that, they bring back the main actor from Tokyo Drift. And in my opinion, his acting in that one scene in Furious 7 was better than his acting in the entirety of Tokyo Drift. But yeah, I think the dude, definitely improved and definitely learned his lesson from last time. Because I think his acting was much better in this movie. But besides that, what are my thoughts on Jason Statham in this movie, or Shaw? Man, this guy honestly was more intimidating than Luke Evans over here in the last movie. Well, both of them are pretty intimidating, but Jason Statham probably did more damage than, well, his other brother. But this was the point where Han his death was pretty much retconned here twice, or at least how they handled it. Then eventually in Fast 9 it gets retconned a third time. Poor freaking Han, man. My God. And then we have the final action scene. The final action sequence. And that was the battle between Vin Diesel and Jason Statham, or Dom Toretto. Yeah, family. Family. That is why, in my opinion, Dom Toretto's white t-shirt. Yep. In my opinion, Dom Toretto's white t-shirt. Can I tell you why it never gets stained? Because family. And can I tell you why he always can I tell you why he always cheats death? Family. Can I tell you why he can never die? Family. Can I tell you why he always wins? Family. That's the only thing you'll say. It's just family, family, family. Anything for family, I guess, but... And then we get to the ending. Now, this is the part I wanted to talk about the most. And that was... that ending scene, honestly, was probably the most emotional. Like, I think it was definitely the most emotional one. Because you knowing that Paul Walker died before this scene was shot makes this scene honestly a bit sadder, man. And I do love how they make a montage of all the previous films he was in. To me, I think they delivered his death with care and respect, okay? And to me, man, in my opinion, I would not mind if if the franchise ended there. I would have been perfectly happy with it. Like, the reason why Brian O'Connor didn't have that much screen time was obviously because of Paul Walker's, death. But yeah, in my opinion, man, I think, in my opinion, the franchise honestly should have ended here, honestly. And I'm pretty sure the filmmakers intended, or at least James Wan intended, to end the series here. And overall, Furious 7, I think, overall was an amazing emotional ride. And that's it. Furious 7 came out in 2015. And I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I bet they intended to end the series here. But obviously, since at the time it was one of the highest grossing movies of all time, yeah, Furious 7 made over half a billion, not half a billion. But yeah. So yeah, the movie made over $1 billion. And basically, you know, that means money talks, because I'm pretty sure they were originally going to end it. And I guess Universal, after seeing made $1 billion, they were like, we cannot let this franchise die. So, we have Fast and the Furious 8. Which I want you guys to stay tuned for Fast and the Furious 8, or The Fate of the Furious. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.